Round 3. We're on the play. This hand I wish could make work, but I got a mulligan that one. Alright, we're going to keep this one though. Oh, black mana versus unknown shore. I think I have to assume I'm going to draw another swamp at some point. I mean, the thing is, because of this unknown shores, I can still draw my 2-drop black spells and play them on turn 3. I just have a feeling I'm going to be drawing a swamp at some point. Maybe not. We'll find out. I still don't think keeping the swamp on top seems great there, though. Like now, like I said, I can still rip a 2-drop black spell and be fine. Alright. Now I guess I need to draw... I don't need to draw land. I can afford to take a hit from Cohort for a turn. Another black-red deck? That's surprising. Alright, we'll see what we draw here. I may have to devour that Fire Mantle Mage. If I draw a land, though, I can just play Maw. Alright. So now I definitely want to draw a swamp so I can go Dominator Drone, Boulder Salvo. There we go. Guess I can Boulder Salvo the Fire Mantle Mage, actually, because I still have 2 more removal spells. But... I guess we just get the Fire Mantle Mage. I was going to say the Chain Mage instead, but I think we're going to chill out here for a little bit. All right. Shrieker's not too intimidating. So I guess we kill the Chain Mage. And I suppose we want to devour it. That way he has to attack with the Cohort. Guess that makes things a little bit more difficult. And another Chain Mage. Alright. No cards left in hand. Gonna have to kill that Chain Mage again. Oh, should have left the Maw colorless mana up. That was a mistake. Oof. Well, I'm still glad I bottomed that swamp. We would have still ended up flooded here, kind of as I suspected. Envoy is going to be a problem. Oof. Yeah, hate to see that. I'm probably better off not even playing the Flare drone. I'm not quite sure how we're getting out of this now. I think we're caught in a bad enough web where this might be over. Like, I have to have a removal spell for Envoy, like, now. He has to not rip allies. If he draws lands, he gets to cohort it away. He's kind of got the best thing going for himself right here. Seems like a death sentence to me. My guess is Touch of the Void to the face. All right. Let's see if we can avoid the little Flutterino in game 2. So we're playing against the same deck except allies. The ally version of what we're playing. Boiling Earth does not look good. I got nothing. Unimpressed with Retreat to Hagra. Don't really want Carrier Thrall. Could do Carrier Thrall over Remorseless Punishment again. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I'd rather just have a cheap creature that can trade early, or maybe not. I mean, Punishment's going to be pretty bad, I feel like, most of the time, but maybe not. We'll find out. Whatever. Whatever. Keep it the same. We just got flooded there. It's hard to make evaluations when you get flooded. Kind of makes you just want to keep the same plan. All right. This is one of the, better hands our deck can do, so definitely going to keep. Sky Scourer into Aggressor is pretty solid. It's actually a good draw. It's a good draw, too. Let's see if he has Reality Hemorrhage. Well, if he had it, he should have done it before I attacked with the Aggressor. Reality Hemorrhage there actually would have been pretty brutal. It would have stopped our... We would have just played a 2-3. Alright, definitely want to rip a land now. Well, that also, I guess, works. Certainly incentivized to block. Wish I could play this culling drone. Not a huge deal, I guess. Let's see. I play the culling drone, I swing for 4, or I play the culling drone, boulder salvo, and then I've got removal spells for the next 2 creatures. I probably want to do that. Oh, I screwed up. I just said what I wanted to do, too. And then I didn't do it. I have no idea why. Wish I had my aggressor. Voracious Null. Seems like an odd card to have in there. Yes, I could have devoured, but I think I'd rather get the extra point of damage in. Oh, geez. That's not very fair. All right. Well, opponent steamrolled us game 1. We drew like magic game 2. So what's going to happen in game 3? The world may never know. I guess punishment would have looked good there. I don't know. Envoy's actually pretty good against it. Well, I mean, we have the unnatural endurances. Whatever. Yeah, I guess we just keep it the same. He's got a solid looking little cohort plan, a little non-white cohort plan, but we've got a solid little Eldrazi colorless plan going, so this is kind of a cool matchup. The same colors with a completely the actual 2 plans that you can do. All right, this is a very good hand, so happy to keep it. And no, we're not going to wait on the flare drone. I meant for the slaughter drone or whatever. All right, both keeping it 7. Cinder Barons. Ooh. Waste is not bad. Ooh, no 2-drop from our opponent. That's also nice. Didn't find a waste. We know he's got the need for it, though, right, in his deck? Correct? I forget which card, but... Oh, Kozilek Shrieker. That's what it was. That's the ticket. Alright. Well, I'm going to go for Mr. Flare Drone. See if he slaughters our slaughter drone first. Guess I could have... Might have actually been better, huh? Could have played a swamp. It's too late now. I've committed to the flare drone plan, but I think the better play, if I knew he didn't have removal, or if I knew he did have removal, would be to play the... How could you have 6 cards in hand and nothing to play here? That is remarkable. This is going to get super real right here. Dominator Drone with Unnatural Endurance mana up. Next turn, Mauve Kozilek with Unnatural Endurance up. My opponent not having a play here is... Not having a play at all this game is pretty insane. He must have Flaying Tendrils, which I guess is still okay. Like, yeah, he wipes my board. I still get a Mauve Kozilek that can be pumped. Sky Scourer, too. Save our Flare Drone. I was gonna say, God, if only I had something exiled for Wasteland Strangler. It's not a big deal though. All right, let's go to town here. I mean, opponent is in heap big trouble here. Opponent is very dead. Playing these out. All right. Got there. I don't know what was in opponent's hand, but he was not making plays. Must have been just a ton of lands. We got great hands 2 games in a row. Drew well games 2 and 3. So I'm glad that game 1 was just a, one-time sort of flood-out thing. I think it was the only game. Yeah, I think it's the only game in the entire draft that we really flooded too badly. We did have to mulligan quite a few times, but it all panned out in the end. I feel like we beat some pretty challenging decks, too. They certainly weren't walk-in-the-park decks. Like, what was our round 1 opponent again? Round 2 opponent was the support. Round 1 was the blue-red. Yeah, that deck was insane. Jorian and Fall of the Titans and all that crazy nonsense. And then our opponent, round 3, appeared to have a pretty good deck. Like, good mixture of removal and allies. And plenty of allies. And Colostrian Nightwatch is nuts with Envoy. But game 2 and 3, they just sort of kept hands that turned out to be too slow. So got there. Next draft will be an 8-4. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you then.